On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was giving a talk at Utah Valley University, and out of nowhere, he was shot dead, live, in front of a bunch of college kids, in front of his wife, and his 2 children. And I don't think the country is ever going to be the same. Not only because of this horrific tragedy, but because of everything that followed. The dark, disturbing realization that we may not be on the same page as our coworkers, classmates, friends, neighbors, doctors, when it comes to the issue.
Some of these do need to be bipartisan. Example, if you're a doctor, if you're not bipartisan or well, I wouldn't say bipartisan, but apolitical, you're going to get fired. You might go to jail for letting someone die. If you're a teacher, there's so many problems. You shouldn't teach politics to children. You shouldn't influence like students, uh, students older for your political values. You just teach them education.
Of murder. I was crashing out on Twitter a few days ago,
What
just
the
stream
fuck?
of issue of
Why
murder.
is there a
I was
fucking
crashing
wall
out
of
on Twitter
text?
a few days.
These last 2 weeks have completely blackpilled me on the left. Even after 10 years of covering their antics, woke slop, etc. I'm not leaving the left. I'm still having all my economic left positions. I'm quintessentially having a 2015 Bernie bro, Huey Long duplicate for strong social safety nets, workers' rights, etc. That hasn't changed. The only thing I got stronger with time, I side with some of the things like Israel war in general, but is that still what's left nowadays? I don't know. Looking around socially, personally, on a human level, if this is what the left is, I'm not left. For the first time in a decade, I truly do not want to be grouped in with these people. It's not very clear we live in completely different realities with different moralities. From the insane, bizarre reaction of the murder of Charlie. Oh, weird reaction, morals of insane, bizarre reaction of a murder of an innocent woman
Days ago.
on a train getting mattered. Okay, the Ukrainian refugee I feel bad for. She just got killed by a random person that they just let out. I don't even think that should be like that should be a bipartisan problem, not like a right wing problem. To have a Ukrainian woman die on a train by a black dude. Train getting mattered. Being mad at about that, about then, the actual murder, dismissing people very real concerns about dying, decaying society to, well, that's just living in a city.
Just stream of content.
Chud. Car accidents are more common to celebrate the gruesome murder of a husband, father, just a guy, not a politician, a CEO, a fucking guy. For normie con campuses, conservatives,
Consciousness posting about it.
co-worker politics.
With run-on sentences and everything. 4 days later, I have a clearer head, but I still feel the exact same way. So we are going to talk about what happened, we're going to talk about the aftermath, and then we're going to get a little personal, because frankly, I don't see the country the same anymore, and I know a lot of you feel the exact same way, so...
For me, I started to hate communists. I'm still a liberal, but I don't like leftist. I don't like the communist or the anarchist. I believe they are more of a danger than I am. I don't have any I don't have any way of saying it beyond I'm not willing to kill people. I don't want to kill my political adversaries. I don't care about killing them. I don't want to kill them. And then you have fucking communists just saying, and like they'll call me fucking fascist as well. I fucking hate these people.
We're going to talk about it after we talk about everything else. Charlie Kirk was not a healthcare CEO, he was not a powerful politician, and let me be 100% clear, I'm not saying this to say that it's okay when those people are murdered. My point is that those are positions of power that most people cannot relate to. Like, the average person is just so far removed from that world. But I think what happened to Charlie is hitting differently because, like I said on Twitter, he was just a fucking guy. He was a podcaster. He was a guy who talked
People didn't like his opinions, which you're okay to not like his opinions. The problem is that the left did not like Charlie Kirk's opinions. There's a video somewhere where we talk, and I don't know if we have time to react to it if we go through all of this, but it's literally about Charlie Kirk and empathy. And the fact is that the left's being called hypocrites when Charlie Kirk's death, which is somewhat true. I'm going to say this: you're allowed to be empathetic to Charlie Kirk's death while also not agreeing with his politics. I understand if you don't like the fact that um, if his daughter got R-worded, and he would force the child to give birth to their R-wordist child, or the gun violence stuff, or the Second Amendment, or his opinions on black people, saying that they're stupid and useless and they only work as affirmative action. This guy doesn't like MLK. I get it. But, 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 the guy had no political power. You may argue he had ties to Donald Trump, cool. The only thing you could give some situation to is that he had influence over the voter base. That's it.
about politics. He was a guy who had conservative beliefs. Not everyone knows a billionaire CEO or a powerful politician, but they do know somebody with conservative beliefs. They know somebody who holds some or many of Charlie Kirk's opinions. Because despite what people in their little bubble believe, his core ideology and what he believed is the same shit like your conservative boomer uncle on Facebook posts. You can only disagree with this if you are unfamiliar with Charlie Kirk, or you are unfamiliar with the many different branches and different ideologies of the right wing. Now, don't get me wrong, Charlie Kirk had many bad takes over the years. Like, for example, the two most popular quotes I see people posting are the one where he advocated for stoning gays and black women are too stupid to be pilots. But guess what? Both those things, the two most popular quotes people are posting to justify this guy being murdered, are out of context. But
There's also like I said, the affirmative action thing. It's worth it to have some gun deaths for the Second Amendment. Like I said, force daughter to give birth if she ever got R-worded, stuff like that.
idiots like Stephen King ran with it, then later had to apologize for spreading misinformation about a dead man. These people
Why is Stephen King on Twitter?
will build a straw man of you
Shouldn't he be writing books?
in their minds. They get so fucking mad about it that they celebrate the real you dying. Horrifying. But more importantly, even if everything was in context, who cares? Oh, he said this, oh, he said this. I don't care.
Yeah, their opinions. Example, Charlie Kirk is okay with gay people, but he doesn't believe in gay marriage because he's religious. I understand the weird unfairness of why the straight people have marriage and why the freaking F words don't. Yeah, but you are allowed to exist. He's saying you're allowed to exist. You can cohabitate with each other. Literally. He's not saying, yeah, but his opinions won't affect anything.
There are many things he said that I disagree with. There are many things he said that I think are bad. Who cares? It is just a fact that nothing he said warranted his life.
And also, he was a furry, probably. And he has some ties to Antifa or something.
22 years old, another irony-poisoned Reddit shooter who wrote a bunch of memes on the bullets, including "Hey fascist catch" and
notices bulges, capital OWO.
Oh,
what's
whoa.
this question mark?
That's kind of funny.
A lot of people were saying that the shooter was a groiper, which is a far-right fan of the streamer Nick Fuentes, and I have no fucking idea where that came from. I'm gonna be so honest. I have seen no actual...
So, my understanding, it's that, I don't know, it might be a rumor, because the left are trying to say it's another right-wing person trying to kill someone else. Like, there's a highly misconception that everyone's saying that the shooter who tried to kill Trump was a left-leaning person when he was actually another conservative trying to kill Trump. It's like that type of situation. The problem is, he grew up conservative but became liberal. So it's still a liberal or like a leftist trying to kill someone.
Proof of this. And it doesn't make sense because someone further right than Charlie Kirk wouldn't call Charlie Kirk a fascist, and they wouldn't say he was hateful. Their
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
proof is that the shooter once dressed up like the Slav squat meme from 2012, and they also found a separate meme of Pepe the Frog dressed like the Slav squat meme. Therefore, the shooter is a groiper. That is like seeing a photo of the shooter dressed like a clown, and then seeing this image of Pepe the Frog dressed like a clown, and then being like groiper confirmed. What is the connection? The shooter didn't even post the Pepe image. Like, where did the Pepe even come from? Just a bunch of liberal boomers not understanding memes. The other thing I saw was the shooter had Republican parents, and therefore the shooter must be Republican.
Yeah.
Which is just funny because we all see what these people say about their Republican parents every Thanksgiving. But I guess we'll see. It's September 14th when I am recording this, so maybe more things will come out. Editor Shu here, more things came out, definitely.
Utah governor says the motivation to shooting Charlie Kirk is not yet.
Not a groiper. At the end of the day, he could have every single one of my or your opinions. It ultimately doesn't matter. One person may have pulled the trigger, but then we saw the reaction of many.
We think that Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck. Hey, ooh.
You're kind of fucked up. You're from the Manhattan Institute. Is that like some type of... What the fuck is the Manhattan Institute? Education institution. Whatever, if you work here or you're a fucking, I don't know, you just got fucked. You're so fucked. The fuck?
I'm not saying she deserved it.
When you've been manifesting for it to happen to the end of happening to Charlie Kirk.
But I'm saying God's timing is always right.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yo, they got Charlie Kirk, bro. I've never been happier.
Never believe the reason I'm smiling. And it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
You fucking inhuman animals. You fucking insufferable human beings. You are nothing more than worms. Worms, and you deserve to die in compost.
Nothing to do with...
And I don't mean you guys dying in a literal sense, figuratively. I don't want anyone taking this fucking out of context.
I would say pour one out for Kirky Boy, but
why?
I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
You're a fucking pathetic bitch.
I would say
and like two of these people have fucking nose rings. See, sometimes I hate the power of expression and expressing yourself because you look like fucking weird goblins.
Pour one out for Kirky Boy, but I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
Rest in peace, bozo!
Charlie Kirk just got put down like a fucking dog in Utah.
I do not, and I will not, ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
Okay.
And I will not.
I kind of hope you lose your job, you go homeless, and you're begging on the streets, or you're forced to do porn. Because I won't feel bad for you then. You kind of got what you deserved.
Not ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
I just heard that someone shot Charlie Kirk? Thoughts and prayers.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Thoughts and prayers.
She's kind of smiling because like every time they bring up thoughts and prayers, it typically associates with children dying at schools. This person's saying this in thoughts and prayers because she doesn't care. These people are insane freaks of nature.
Oh no, someone shot Charlie Kirk. Look, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but that's how you pick up a woman.
No.
Fuck your homie dead! Fuck your homie dead! He got shot in the head! We got Charlie in the neck. We got Charlie in the neck.
Here's the problem I'm starting to see. Okay, I'm gonna just, I just can't fucking take it. I'm kind of starting to, I'm starting to agree with taking your guys' rights away to own firearms might be a good thing. I'm just gonna say that out there. I don't think you have the right to own guns if you're on HRT or testosterone. If
I heard someone got shot today.
you're eating fucking Taco Bell.
I had a tummy ache this morning.
Okay. I hope you lose your job. I hope they lose their job. I hope all of you lose your jobs, and I hope you all become homeless. I hope you're taking off EBT or whatever.
I heard someone got shot today. I had a tummy ache this morning. Stay alive out there.
The sympathy for Charlie Kirk is weird. You don't have to like violence, but I'm confused as to how you thought the revolution was going to be magically bloodless.
I've been saying we need to bring back political...
What?
Confused as to how you thought the revolution was going to be magically bloodless.
What?
You don't have to like violence, but I'm confused as to how...
What?
The sympathy for Charlie Kirk is weird. You don't have to like violence, but I'm confused as to how you thought the revolution was going to be magically bloodless.
Who said a revolution? Who said that this man is saying that this revolutionary... What revolution? Are you trying to fucking cause communism or something? I don't want you. Fucking go to jail. I hope you get locked up in a prison cell and you're being raped by 10,000 men to death.
I've been saying we need to bring back political assassinations. I don't
Why?
feel that, and I don't think that everyone deserves the right to free speech. I think some people should be afraid to express
I hope you lose your job.
their opinion in public.
I didn't like what he said, and I didn't like his opinions, and I don't really give a shit that he's dead.
Okay.
And I don't really give a shit that he's dead.
I'm probably going to say this. This is quite literally the tamest ones. I'm going to say this that a lot of people are going to be upset. It's okay that you don't care about his death for his opinions. It's disgusting, but that's okay. Just don't post on the internet. Keep it to yourself. What happened to think before you post?
The best part of this whole goddamn thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing.
He's literally a martyr. The UK's inspired to say fucking Keir Starmer's a wanker. And you have Koreans inspired. And Son Seto's inspired by Charlie Kirk's death.
It will activate no one.
It literally did. People want my political side dead. And I just mean like the liberals who are not like you. Or the fucking... And it's all the fucking communist fault. It's the anarchist fault. It's all these people's fault. They made our lives worse just by being here. If you're a communist, fucking leave unless you're poor. Then shut up.
It will impact few. It's just great.
Your video means literally nothing. It just tells me that you're willing to lose your job. You're willing to be associated. Everyone that knows you thinks you're a psychopath. And you're ready to be fucking homeless, ostracized, and embarrassed. Good for you.
Few. It's just great.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Okay, you look like a dude. I'm pretty sure you're fat. So, to some degree, it depends on how bad the person did. If they're like Hitler, they kind of warranted. Charlie Kirk, just opinions. He's not like Hitler or Osama, where he's causing actual violence. This guy is just a guy with opinions. You kind of have no right to speak.
I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
The fuck? Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck. Let me get a bull.
I saw the video before they even put out the confirmation. There was no chance that he made it through that. This wasn't the one we were hoping for, but a welcome surprise nonetheless.
I'm surprised that y'all
I feel like all the usernames be up there. We just go look them up.
didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like, don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all. His wife deserves to go too.
What the fuck? Okay, I understand some people saying, like, yeah, I don't sympathize with Charlie Kirk, and I don't care about his wife either. She married the person with these political values. Fine. So why the fuck are you advocating for her death? She did nothing in the situation.
They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality and that lineage. Like, get rid of the whole family. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him?
There were thousands of videos like that. Some of these people posting with their full names and faces, with hundreds and thousands of likes. Thousands of tweets celebrating it, with 500,000 likes. And it's important to remember that all of those likes are a real person. Millions of people in this country apparently believe the acceptable response to speech they don't like is murder. This wasn't just a bunch of fringe blue hair SJWs or whatever. They were teachers, professors, doctors, HR workers, healthcare workers, nurses, pediatricians, people who work with kids, people's classmates, roommates. They are teachers showing our children.
Teacher forced 10-year-old to watch Kirk's murder again and again.
The gory, horrifying.
Leave the kids out of this. They shouldn't see people get shot and turn to ragdolls. This is disgusting.
Video of Charlie's murder on repeat. The hippy-dippy "in this house we believe" shitlib mask was ripped off, and underneath was nothing but psychopathic bloodlust.
Husks.
I have seen people on the right celebrate the death of people they disagree with. I've seen it. I remember Heather Heyer in 2017. But I also remember the whole internet, left and right, coming together to disavow and mock the few dozen people from Stormfront who were celebrating her death. This is different. It's never been like this before. It's never been this much. It's never been this brazen. Normal people have to log into like an alternate Twitter account where they can post their more unorthodox opinions. And these people are out here full face, full name, like hell yeah murder.
Yeah, I kind of hate. What the fuck?
Murder. What? The smug where they can post their more unorthodox opinions.
Yeah, what happened to anonymity, where you could say whatever the fuck you want, doesn't matter how unhinged, and don't show your face or your name. No, you guys showed it where your employers can see and tell you to fuck off.
And these people are out here full face, full name, like hell yeah murder. What? The smug, unearned confidence these people have to be openly sociopathic with their full name and face because they live under the pathetic delusion of being on the right side of history needs to end. They will blame you for your death because words are violence. Words are violence, so them killing you is just self-defense. That's why they're using Kyle Rittenhouse as some kind of gotcha.
If glorifying political violence is bad, why y'all make Kyle Rittenhouse a celebrity?
Oh, if you don't condone political violence, why do you support Kyle Rittenhouse?
Didn't he, it wasn't an act of self-defense for Rittenhouse because he was getting attacked by BLM protesters or something?
Mentally don't see the difference between killing someone over speech and killing someone over self-defense because these are the same things to them. Also, I'm going to be the one to point it out because of course I am. I saw nobody else do it. Why are most of them women? Most of the people celebrating are women. It's a good 80-20 ratio all over the internet. What is going on, ladies? Basically, the whole country is shook because last year they realized how many people would celebrate the murder of a president, and this year they realized how many people would celebrate the murder of them. At the end of the day, this is all the inevitable conclusion of the punch a Nazi thing from 2017. Do you guys remember that?
No.
We always knew it was a slippery slope. That's why we were against it. And they always say this dumb shit like, if you don't want to be called a Nazi, stop being a Nazi. Even a congressman from my state, New York, was like, oh, if you want to stop being called a fascist, you should stop being a fascist.
Example, fascism, being a fascist has very much a definition. They don't have a definition. Fascist is a right form of government and where a country is held power by one ruler of or a small group under one party. That's basically a dictatorship. I don't support dictatorships.
Yeah, that's great. Except you've called everyone and their mother a fascist and a Nazi for the past, 15 years.
There's something that I'm going to bring up if we don't get time to watch the fucking other Charlie Kirk video. She uses the word Nazi as, a simple term for, everything for, oh, he a bigot, he racist, he doesn't like black people, he supports the Second Amendment. And it's just a simple term. But I feel like the word Nazi has to be for catastrophic levels. They have to commit genocides. I don't care that they're supporting genocides. They have to commit it. I will agree with you if you call the Israelis Nazis. Only because of fucking the Israel-Palestine shit. I can see that. Charlie Kirk, no, I don't see that.
And I see a lot of progressives in my audience Shoo, you're not like Charlie Kirk. You're not a fascist. Here are all the things I have been called Nazi, fascist, reactionary for over the last few years. Would you like to see? I have been making this list since 2023. Let's go. Let's just read this together real quick. Mocking/criticizing pop feminism. Believing adults can do whatever they want. Being pro-free speech. Being liberal. Talking to people I disagree with.
Yeah, if it says being liberal, they're probably a communist that doesn't like you.
Being friends with people I disagree with. Following people on Twitter I disagree with. Supporting Bernie Sanders. That one came from the right. Being registered independent. Criticizing Joe Biden. Criticizing the Democratic Party. Not being attracted to feminine men. Not hating men in general. Criticizing Canada's MAID program. Not taking the...
What? Joe Biden, what the fuck, dressing modestly in a video, wearing fake eyelashes, saying obesity is an epidemic in America, CIA.
Not hating men in general, criticizing Canada's MAID program,
The fuck?
Not taking the COVID vaccine, criticizing the FBI, criticizing the CIA, believing the CIA killed JFK.
Using an American flag as a backdrop in the video, in any videos, saying the elites.
Using an American flag backdrop for my videos, saying elites, saying working class, saying based, making a joke about Joe Biden eating ice cream, making a joke about Pete Buttigieg being born in a test tube, making jokes in general. Being cis, being white, being a woman, being a cis white woman, telling someone to take a shower, not being anti-gun, not being fat, being monogamous, liking Huey Long, celebrating the 4th of July, supporting Assange, criticizing the movie Cuties.
What the fuck? I can't say anything about that.
Praising the movie Sound of Freedom.
Wasn't that made by pedophiles though?
Being against pedophilia.
Wasn't Sounds of Freedom being made by pedophiles, if I'm correct? Or at least something along those lines?
Being against the destigmatization of pedophilia. Being against children watching porn. Being critical of kink at pride of pedophilia. Being against children watching porn.
What the fuck?
Being against the destigmatization of pedophilia. Being against children watching porn. Being critical of kink at pride. Being against children performing at drag shows. Not being racist. I swear to God. Being a class reductionist. Saying biological sex. Mocking people for debating the ethics of necrophilia.
What the fuck?
Username. Owning a pet rabbit. Questioning the Bush administration's involvement in 9/11. Growing up in a Catholic family. Eating meat. Wanting to get married. Wanting to have children. Being married. Having children. Being at January 6th to interview people.
What?
Saying it's okay if someone doesn't want to date a porn star.
Okay, that's fair. Just like the, I guess the other stuff.
Not wanting to do OnlyFans.
Okay, what the fuck? Why are people wanting Shu to do OnlyFans?
Criticizing Kanye West. Criticizing late-stage capitalism. Criticizing the billionaire class. Criticizing Israel. Criticizing eating the bugs. Criticizing a fashion company for being creepy. You'll remember that one. Supporting nuclear energy. Parentheses. It's toxic masculinity, supporting TikTok trad wives, supporting one-income households, supporting UBI, supporting farmers, supporting truckers,
Wrong with farmers and truckers?
celebrating October 7th, supporting Palestine, not liking brutalism, saying colorblind anti-racism was good, wanting to date someone who has a good relationship with their parents, not liking Indian food, saying men and women are different but complement each other, being followed by JD Vance on Twitter, saying Hillary Duff is cool, making fun of Reddit, and for Asmongold reacting to me, criticizing American imperialism, wearing a bow in my hair, reacting to me, criticizing American each other, being followed by JD Vance on Twitter, saying Hillary Duff is cool, making fun of Reddit, and for Asmongold reacting to me.
The Asmongold opinion is kind of weird because you have no control who reacts to you. It's on the internet. You can't really say anything about it. You can just publicly express, I don't like this person reacting to my videos. All you can do, and you still can't do anything about that.
Criticizing American imperialism, wearing a bow in my hair, liking VTubers, and now being anti-death.
Charlie Kirk was a fucking Nazi. He was a fucking Nazi.
Okay.
And you know what kind of Nazi is the best Nazi? A dead one.
See, the word Nazi is so vague. Did he take power? You can argue, he supported Trump and he wanted the Trump administration, only wants conservative party members. Okay. Literally. Give me other examples.
I am a better person than you.
You have nose rings. I don't believe you.
Celebrating the death of a Nazi. And actually, it's pretty weird that you're not, and simultaneously asking people to have empathy.
I understand that Charlie Kirk didn't like empathy, but I don't care that he doesn't want empathy. I'll give him empathy. 2, everyone that uses the word Nazis, I have to keep asking, did he put... Trump has at least terms. The United States made itself anti-dictatorship. We cannot dethrone that. 2, this guy is not killing anyone.
For the Nazi.
Nazis have children and families.
Okay.
Right? But Nazis also get shot.
I don't know how to say. The guy wasn't a Nazi. You may hate his opinions.
In the neck.
They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Now, I'm going to talk about my personal feelings of the situation because I know a lot of you can relate. I know a lot of you have been feeling the exact same way, so I will try and put it into words for you. I have friends who were friends with Charlie Kirk, but I didn't personally know him. We follow each other on Twitter. I've been to the TPUSA Amerifest in 2021. I actually went there planning to make a video making fun of it, but I had so much fun and met so many friends that I'm still friends with to this day. So that video never happened. I disagreed with him all the time.
Sure, Republicans should not support a bill that pays people not to work. Have you seen the current unemployment rate in this country, Charlie?
Literally go to our Twitter interaction.
Former KKK leader David Duke endorsed Democrats to Saji Gerbet for president. For 4 years, we have been told support Republicans. Of course, now the KKK is going to back Democrats. Totally ignore it. Cease.
I was always correcting him.
The modern cultural war the left is engaged in right now has done more damage to America in 4 years than the conservative boogeyman of socialism has ever done in our nation's lifetime. Time to rethink our priorities and properly respond. If capitalism is so great, why have they made capitalism too?
Him about like Bernie Sanders. I made an egg look like his face. Correcting him about like Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders just announced his top policies as president will be restoring DACA, immigration reforms meaning open borders, abolishing ICE, protecting health care, illegal aliens. Why illegal aliens?
Sanders.
He's not for open borders.
I made an egg look like
No one asked, but I made an egg of Charlie Kirk.
his face. It is safe to say I was no fan. But this has really shaken me in a way that I absolutely did not expect. These last few days after what happened, I kept going to every single, like, lefty, liberal, left-wing person I know and, like, checking out what they have been saying about this. And besides maybe, like, 4 or 5, every single one was being an unhinged psychopath about
What the
this.
fuck?
Or saying some backhanded shit like, this is why we need gun control, which, first of all, we were just watching a whole bunch of people celebrate killing someone over political differences. You are never taking our guns now. That is not happening.
Yeah,
I
it's
felt
not
like
gonna
I was-
happen. And I see the argument of, well, if you take gun control, why then America will just use knives to kill political adversaries. Also, a bow and arrow doesn't count as a gun.
in the middle of the ocean. I was trying to like grasp onto a flotation device, checking all of these accounts for their take, like, be normal, be normal. Nothing. Nobody. I'm just drowning in a sea of evil, apparently. Maybe I was just blind up until now. Maybe they changed. Maybe I changed. Is everyone going crazy or am I going crazy? I don't know. All I know is it is clear how they reacted to this is how they would react to me, my family, my friends, you, your family, your friends, that have ever stepped out of line from the nebulous, ever-changing definition of progressive. These are people I thought were level-headed. They were left-wing, but, you know, like, they were one of the good ones. Like, you can joke with them, you know, they weren't those, like, woke SJWs. Like, they were cool, we can disagree and still be friends. You know. Your friend wouldn't celebrate you being murdered, of course.
No. They wouldn't. We live in a weird time.
But if they would celebrate an exact clone of you that wasn't you, that had all the same opinions, or some of the opinions that you have, if they would celebrate that clone being murdered, they're not your friend. I'm friends with people who are friends with Charlie, and I see how they are completely broken about this. Seeing them like this, and then at the same time my other friends posting shit like, rip bozo. It's just sick. It's just sick shit. Personally, I would rather live in a world full of Charlie Kirks who would sit down and debate than a world full of people who agree with me but would murder people who don't.
I would agree with you there. I'd rather have people that would say, I don't want you to be dead, I don't like your politics, over, I like your politics until you say one thing and rip bozo, you got 360 no scoped.
Because if it's now normalized to just murder people who disagree with you politically, we don't have a society. Like, that's it.
That's a dictatorship.
It's over. But some of these people in particular, like, why the f*** are you celebrating? You! They think you're a f***ing Nazi too. They'll make a nice compilation of all the hot takes you've had over the years and spread it around to justify your murder. You don't get it, do you? We are all Charlie Kirk. I have been doing this for 11 years. I have been harassed, doxxed, threatened, whatever, you name it, for 11 years by the left. And it hasn't moved me an inch because that's not how politics works. That's lunch table politics. I've talked about this before. People on your side being mean to you doesn't mean you overnight change your opinions on, like, healthcare. It doesn't work that way. I still have all my economic left opinions. I'm for strong social safety nets, workers' rights, unions, wealth caps, whatever. That has not changed. This is not me leaving the left because, frankly, I don't even know how to do that. This is me and many, many people looking around us at our so-called allies and realizing that even though we might share some, like, political opinions, we fundamentally do not have the same values or morals. And are we really allies if we agree on, like, taxes, but don't agree on the sanctity of human life?
I, in my political time, would say that I starting to hate communists and anarchists. They want me dead. They want my family dead. And they would laugh and mock me. They would praise the fact that my children, if I have children at least, would be in literally foster care because my opinions they didn't like and blasted me like it's doom.
I don't know. The way we view death now is just crazy. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the desensitization, in part thanks to the internet. You used to have to go out of your way to see gore and stuff like that, and now you're just scrolling through Twitter and you see someone set on fire if someone gets stabbed on a train. And when someone like Charlie dies, it's not even real to people anymore. Like, it's like a movie or show. Oh, that character died? Good, I hated that character. Like, no, that was a real human being with a family and kids, actually. Like, that was someone's son. The internet has turned real people into nothing but cartoon characters that disappear when you close an app. I remember for years people would be like, oh, when you have kids, you'll change your mind on XYZ, and I was like, no, that's not gonna happen, no. And they were right. Almost overnight, you stop being so selfish, nihilistic. You stop having utopian fantasies of wanting to live in a post-capitalist society. And all you want is for the world to be safe. For the world to be safe and normal. And all that matters is your family and your community. And then your country, and then the world. You know? But we can't save the world. You can't. But you can save the people around you. You can't say to these people who are celebrating this and justifying this, you can't say, what if that was your dad or your brother getting killed for their opinions, because they've already cut those people off. They've already cut those people off out of their lives. And posting videos and pictures of Charlie's wife and young kids will not move these people at all.
They don't care. They will never care. Reminders, these are probably people that are part of the stupidly, they're probably anti-natalist, or they're like the 57% of of Americans that don't want to have kids, so they don't care.
Because they hate their lives. They hate their families. They are atomized bug people. They are the unfortunate product of modern society, and I feel bad for them, I do. I pity them, and I wish I could help them. But I have bugman fatigue. And for the people who will come at me in a blind rage with a list of all of Charlie Kirk's, like, biggest hits to convince me that I should hate him and should not mourn him, if you thought what Charlie Kirk said is wrong, you could have debated him. He was one of the few people left willing to do that, and now he's gone. Charlie was a fan of free speech, but I'm worried whoever comes after Charlie won't be. Like, even from a political standpoint, not even a personal human standpoint, why are you celebrating, like, the most popular college Gen Z political pundit dying? Like, why are you celebrating him becoming a martyr? Say goodbye to that young male vote. All the liberal Joe Rogans in the world are not fixing this. I just hope for the sake
No one could fix this. You kind of slowly realize people like Destiny and Hassan Piker are disgusting, filthy creatures. They're pedophilic, they're violent, they're literally narcissistic.
of this country that political violence does not become normalized, does not become a thing. I really don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see retaliation. I don't want to see us fall into a civil war. I don't know. This has all been extremely blackpilling. I think I'm gonna take a break from politics. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber. Like, I'm not a political pundit, right? I'm not. My goal here, my purpose here is to entertain, is to make people laugh. That is what I'm going to do. That is what I will continue to do. The news cycle will move on. The world will move on. Charlie Kirk's kids won't move on. His daughter won't move on. His daughter does not have a dad anymore. And that fucking sucks. That sucks. I don't know what else to say. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my crash out.
You don't know me. Sorry.